What's up, back with another one, and today we are breaking down a heated moment from the Joe Budden podcast where Joe, Ish, and Ice debate what it really means to be him. So let's check this clip out.
You could have transitioned into talking about how
your man
Ish
right
was
here.
talking about how you him and all that.
Well, that's where I'm going to push the mic back because that conversation started without me, and I don't want to just come right in with my thoughts.
Nobody said any of that, but it's cool. Go ahead. I was outside.
This talk started without me.
When we spoke about just being him and just presence, and when you walk into a room and just automatically having a certain je ne sais quoi.
I'm going to throw my phone.
Me too, because that's not how this conversation
Well, tell how it started then.
started.
Well, how did it start?
I don't
It started with recapping the purrs, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Yes.
We were
That's how it
recapping
started.
you meowing to Jill Scott.
Oh, yeah, Catman. You know what I mean? We was talking about your Catman run.
To which immediately said, I was him.
That's not even. That's not what happened either. But it's
We talked about you. We talked about you meowing. We talked about you moaning.
I don't even know how we
Jill
got
was talking.
to that segue of me saying I'm him. I never said I was him. You said I wasn't him. And you said, yo, you never been him till you got around me.
But that's because I walked in to talk. So we have to acknowledge the talk y'all was having.
And then you
before
said you've
I
been
got
him
there.
since the 3rd grade.
Yeah, I don't remember how he got into it or how the conversation, because he'll take the conversation and start bending it. I forgot what happened, or I forgot where the dialogue.
It was a conversation where you were saying how sometimes you don't even got to do nothing to get women to gravitate towards you.
I was outside. I'm
dead serious.
That's not what I
is
said.
exactly how.
That's
exactly
not what
how
happened.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
what
So
happened.
You said you forgot.
That's not. I know it wasn't that. I never said that.
All right, so it came back to
Joe said, "Yo, certain."
I wasn't here.
No, this conversation started with you. I'm telling you, with the him. We was talking about something. We was talking about eating box and sucking toes and ice. What he be doing? It's like, what the? That's how the conversation really started. We started joking around about ice. What he be doing?
All right, let's try this new thing. If you don't remember,
Let somebody
let the lie go.
Okay.
Like, let us lie.
Thank you. So the way this
crazy.
So the way this started. The way this started. The way this started was you pretty much prefacing, yo, sometimes you don't even have to do nothing to be him. Like sometimes your energy is just that. I don't gotta talk. I don't gotta do nothing.
I can tell.
I could just tell that the energy is flowing that way. That's what you said in so many words.
No, you got a lot of many words that
I'm
you
telling
making
you.
up some.
He's not making a.
Yes, but go ahead.
The conversation progressed when Joe sat, and we were also having a conversation about how you don't ever kiss or first date.
That's where this came from.
Well, we went in different areas.
That's where it came from.
And then when Joe sat down and said, "You probably never did any of that in the club because
That's
you
where
ain't
this
really
came
never
from.
been him."
That was the train of thought. I was teasing them about kissing strangers in the clubs. That's where this whole thing.
And we
came.
said you never really.
And they was
probably
like, "Yo,
gave
you
up.
never did that," and I'm like, "No." And then they was like, "You lying?" I'm like, "Fam, I've never kissed no girl that I just didn't know."
And then
in the
Joe
nightclub.
said, "You
Then
probably
you
was
came.
never the nigga that girls wanted to kiss in the club,
and that's what
because you was never really him until you became like 20-something years old."
Thank you. That was the train of thought, and I said that's not true. And Joe said, "You wasn't never him," and I said, "Joe, I was him in 3rd grade. I was light skinned with curly hair and green eyes in the 3rd grade."
So that's all you need.
And
to be
that's
him.
where the conversation went.
So
Like,
What's him?
What's him? Yeah, like
I don't know. Y'all tell me if y'all can say you ain't him. You got
Well,
a
Joe
definition
said you
for
ain't
him.
him. So we'll ask you, Joe, what is him? Like, so if we could define that, we could kind of shape where we stand with this.
Oh boy.
This clip starts playful but turns into a real debate about confidence and reputation. Joe is not letting Ish rewrite his own story.
My point was, there's this part of Ish's life that nobody was around for, but I was blessed and privileged enough to have a first class seat and be a witness. So sometimes he comes in here and paints himself to be I think he's delusional.
So are you saying the way he paint himself ain't how it happened?
I'm saying...
Or like the 20-year-old child prodigy
He
shit.
paints... Yeah, like... I'm saying
Y'all not letting
any
that prodigy
portion of
go.
his life that there's no one to bear witness, his version is, yo, I was him. Like even what he just said. Yo, I was him in the 3rd grade.
Can't nobody vouch for it.
Green eyes, curly
That's
hair.
what you're saying. Can't nobody really vouch for it.
Yeah, but I listen to him because I'm a Virgo. I pay attention. This is my good friend. He didn't have $1 million at 27. That didn't come till 29 later, right? By his own works.
I ain't need money to get girls, so. Keep going, though.
Thank you.
Okay.
He was 4'11" at some point. That don't really sound him-ish. He was a victim.
Of what?
He got violence.
What?
We all just laughed at it.
He was a victim.
Us laughing at
Yo, that is sick, Joe.
But I'm not being funny. By his own admittance, he was a victim of gun violence.
Before that, too.
Well, I'm not.
I wasn't a victim before that.
He was a victim
all right, we're not doing that.
That's your man.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
That's your
So
man.
what could have been happening in the 3rd grade? What was you getting? Extra chocolate milk? Like, I don't think none of that. I got to see White Van-ish.
That's what I meant, Ish. White van.
And he paints that to be like, you know what I mean, Billy Badass when he was in the white van.
I was doing all right with the white van.
He
I remember
says
that.
this. I don't even say
around
this.
you.
He says this.
Yes, around me. I can only speak for what I saw.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, because
I get it.
what you trying to say? Because Ice is what? Can you jump?
He said it.
You trying to say
Yo, he's so
the pretty
cool.
girl
I know,
always
I know.
surround
Hey, yo,
herself
bro,
with
you
the fat ugly girl?
You so corny, bro. That's so corny, yo. Yo, you so corny.
They can see you, Joe.
Yo, you so corny. Hey, yo, bro.
You are terrible, yo.
You are so
you are
I
terrible.
just don't like. I think Ish became him at some point, but we just disagree about
On the
when it
timeline.
was.
So, all right,
we
all right.
beefing
Time out.
about it
This what
because
I
he
asked
think
Joe.
I'm dissing him for saying,
hold on.
Joe
yo,
said-
you was a late
Hold on.
bloomer, yo.
When do you have him becoming him? Because you keep saying y'all
Joe
disagree.
didn't even
No,
know
no,
me
no,
at the
no.
times he talk about. Joe is lying,
But
bro. Go ahead,
if
though.
he's saying he has a version when you became him, when was that?
Wasn't until like the end of the palace. At about the end of the palace run,
Let me ask you a question.
he started to master some of his power.
In this moment from the Joe Budden Podcast, Joe is pressing Ish about his long-standing claim that he has always been him, meaning the guy with natural presence, confidence, and the ability to attract women without trying too hard. Ish argues that even back in 3rd grade, he had the look, the charm, and the aura that made him stand out. He insists that money and adulthood did not create his appeal, they only enhanced what was already there. Joe, however, challenges that narrative by saying he personally witnessed Ish during his younger adult years and does not remember him being this larger-than-life figure that Ish now describes. Joe suggests that Ish grew into that confidence over time and may be romanticizing parts of his early story. Ice steps in to clarify how the conversation began, explaining that it started with club stories and whether Ish was ever the type women gravitated toward instantly. Make sure to drop a comment and like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.